Welcome to Now Trending. In this video, we're going to talk about the strict rules Margot Robbie has to follow to play Harley Quinn. So, before starting, please like this video and subscribe to Now Trending for more trending videos. The latest Margot Robbie film, Birds of Prey, was released in February. It's a sequel to the 2016 film Suicide Squad, in which the actress made her first appearance as Harley Quinn. If you're already a fan of the film and Quinn's character, keep watching to learn about Margot Robbie's major hardships and sacrifices on her way to becoming the DC supervillain we love. We're ready to share all the details with you, so let's go. Number 8. Modernizing the style. Can you imagine Margot Robbie in full jester regalia for the duration of the film? Of course, she'd still look great in it, but Harley Quinn's new hot image has become legendary. The comic books, on the other hand, recommend a variety of styles for the actor to try on, including a corset with mini shorts. Her style, on the other hand, had to be founded in reality with gritty street character. It wasn't even manufactured from scratch. Robbie's fierce appearance was inspired by Debbie Harry when she was younger. Barely there shorts that look more like underwear, a grunge spiked belt, a shredded t-shirt, and heels. Harley Quinn didn't choose stiletto gym shoes as her first choice of footwear. Margot tried both Docs and flat shoes, but it was evident after the first camera test that she required more height to look better. Of course, not just any pair of heels would suffice. As a result, when Robbie saw the Adidas ones, she knew they'd be great for her outfit. They were the worst idea ever, she says, because she had to wear them all the time. Anytime someone on set complains about something like everything you're doing, I'm okay in stilettos, okay? I say, this is hard, I'm getting exhausted. I'm putting in the same efforts as you. I'm walking up all these steps in high heels. Morgan admitted that the aesthetic aspect of her metamorphosis into Harley Quinn was both her favorite and least favorite aspect. She enjoyed having her skin completely white and tattooed, and the wig was incredible, but it took her 3 hours every day on set to achieve that appearance. And with all the rain and combat sequences, each additional layer of clothing and makeup made it more difficult to act. Even so, all that hair and cosmetics was a crucial step in making her feel like her character and to even act differently. Number 7. Becoming a comic nerd. Though Margot Robbie didn't have to battle for the role of Harley Quinn, her transformation into the criminal protagonist wasn't easy. The Australian actress did a lot of research to get Harley Quinn correct and to portray every aspect of her complex character. Robbie got the part right before Christmas, so she dressed like a comic book nerd for the holidays. Margot had a big stack of Harley Quinn comics, Suicide Squad comics, and any other Harley Quinn related comics on her reading list. According to the actor, she didn't intend to read them all at first, but she finally did. Robbie also delved into online forums to understand more about how people feel about DC's renowned figure. The mere concept of her role was terrifying, and the actor experienced panic attacks. She wanted to please, she wanted to be the Harley Quinn, she wanted to rock every scene, and she succeeded. She accomplished it so brilliantly that she now has her sequel, Birds of Prey. But that's something we'll talk about later. Number 6. Finding the voice. Even though the cartoon Harley Quinn had a very high-pitched voice,
we're bad guys. It's what we do.
It didn't seem like it would work in a David Ayer film. The character deserved a different tone, one that was more realistic, because he had lots of serious, somber sequences to make. She has a very high-pitched voice, which fits well for the humorous, zany stuff. When it's a very raw, emotional scenario, though, speaking in such a high voice loses its gravity. Robbie took some time to develop her distinct sound, and she did so with the help of various references. Harley Quinn was a Brooklyn character, and she had already mastered the accent for her role as Naomi Belford in Wolf of Wall Street. Fortunately, the director, on the other hand, didn't see it that way. Lorraine Bracco, alias Karen Hill from Goodfellas, became Morgan's new inspiration. Her heavy tone for the outer boroughs of New York was the ideal model. So every day before heading on set, Robbie made recordings of Bracco's sequences and listened to her voice. By range from Lorraine Bracco to cartoon Harley, and it's a roller coaster between the two throughout the movie, Robbie said. Number 5. Getting into her best shape. Because she was so dedicated to her job, the actress began preparing 6 months before filming, and her fitness routine was brutal. Robbie accepted her fitness challenge since she wanted to complete most of her feats on her own and look beautiful in those tight booty shorts. Margot worked on her abs with the Pilates reformer and did a lot of exercises, including running, swimming, and trampoline jumping, according to her trainer, Andy Hecker. The actress worked out for 2 to 3 hours a day to tone her entire body, including all forms of planks, leg lifts, lower reps, and so on. Robbie began performing gymnastics, boxing, and pistol training in addition to the traditional fitness program. The actress revealed that she had mastered the technical aspects of a task, but that her lack of physical power prevented her from putting those new talents to use for a long time. Imagine Harley Quinn holding a handgun in her trembling hands. Well, it was one of Robbie's challenges since her muscles were too sore from all of her training. All she had to do was appear convincing and frightening. Number 4. Going deep under. Underwater breathing was her favorite part of her physical preparation.
Like a resting breath hold of 5 minutes, which meant I could do like a...
You could hold your breath for 5 minutes underwater?
Yeah, which I never thought was possible.
Morgan had been taught to hold her breath for up to 5 minutes and refers it to as her new party trick. I worked with an incredible free diver who came in and we did 4 sessions together. It's all about slowing down your metabolism. It's almost like you're meditating underwater. It's something free divers do, but it's incredible. Robbie tried to hold her breath longer than her stunt double because she was competitive and too eager. The actress was adamant about beating her double's 5.5-minute runtime, but she was warned against it. The chemical sequence in which Harley falls into a vat of chemicals to bleach her skin was the polar opposite. It's the most horrible thing Robbie has ever done in her life, she says. It was like this gluggy paint stuff that was so deep in my ears and up my nose that I was choking on it underwater and I couldn't breathe. And I tried to open my eyes, but it would glaze over my eyelids and all I could see was white, the actress explained. It was a nightmare. Number 3, understanding codependency and manipulation. Morgan researched everything she could about her interesting character, but there was one thing she couldn't seem to grasp on her own: the Joker's obsession. I couldn't understand how she could be such a badass and then break down over a guy. That was extremely aggravating to me. The actress couldn't understand why viewers adored her unwavering commitment to a man who had treated her so cruelly. But all changed once Robbie read the play, Fool for Love, which she had been recommended by her acting coach. Her eyes were open to very problematic relationships as a result of the performance, and she felt compelled to study more about codependency. Morgan found logic in Harley's actions and felt empathy for her as a result of her extensive research. Quinn was compared to Hannibal Lecter in terms of her ability to use words, enter into someone's psyche, and then cause havoc. Her character, in contrast to Robbie's natural non-conflict demeanor, thrives on conflict. While they rehearsed and improvised, the director encouraged her to learn to be truly harsh from the start. As a result, the actor had to pay attention to her co-workers' weak places, then go in and make them squirm and feel self-cautious. She said that she was miserable, but it was the role's requirement. Number 2, improvising with Joker. What was it like working with Jared Leto, aka the Joker? It was like having front row seats to a spectacular concert, according to Robbie. Her co-star was tremendously dedicated, and he was constantly raising the bar. Leto was a method actor, so Morgan never knew what was on his mind or what would happen next, and he didn't do rehearsals. With so much uncertainty, the actor had no choice but to go with the flow and match the palpable atmosphere on set. Quinn learned the foundations of many mental diseases to relate to her psychologist's background. She needed to figure out who the Joker was, so she took MMPI tests, which are designated to detect whether or not someone has a mental disorder. Robbie learned to use roughly 500 questions during their improvisations after studying them. What could take the Joker off guard? What would his reaction be? There was a lot of trial and error, but that was one of Morgan's favorite parts of the process. Number 1, breaking from the shadow. Even though Margot Robbie nailed her role as the Joker's psychotic fiancé, she was eager to experience Harley Quinn's on-screen liberation. Robbie envisioned her role as someone who dared to overcome her addiction, even in the face of the Joker, and as someone who has a compelling tale to tell. Harley Quinn breaks up with her psychotic paramour in Birds of Prey, and the actress finds this story twist significantly more believable. Fans will be able to see a different Harley from the one from A Toxic Love Tale in the film. What is she like in person, and what type of Gotham is she going to show us? Robbie not only acted in it, but also co-produced the film Birds of Prey, written, directed, and produced by a woman, aims to be a less masculine Gauze, as the Australian star stated. So that's it for today. What do you think of our video? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear more from us, subscribe to Now Trending and turn on notifications before you go. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.